Hey everybody. Now you might be asking yourself, Mr. Mattis, what are you doing? Well, let me just say this. I sat around and I said, how am I going to teach woodworking from the computer? So what I thought would be best was to bring you into my wood shop here at home. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple demos. I'm going to show you some things that you would have learned if we were on a one-to-one basis in the wood shop at the high school. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to give our salute to routers. What I'm going to show you today is a couple things that you'll need to know or would know if you were using a router at home or in the shop when you take woodworking next year. So here we go. So here are your typical routers that you'll find at Lowe's. Now you'll see a couple plunge routers and some standard routers, but you can also see that there's a lot of different varieties that you can buy. So here is your basic router. Some parts that you'll need to know: the on-off switch, the collet, and the base. Now typically we use a router to make decorative edges on any kind of piece that we would make, like our checkerboard tables or a coffee table or anything like that. So let's go look around the house to see where a router may have been used. Router, 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 router. So now that we know what a router can do, let's see how we can set it up and use it. So what I did was I went ahead and I installed what's called a Roman OG bit into the router itself. And what I'll do is go ahead and show you what that's going to look like and how to use it. Now, what I'm going to show you is how to take a straight edge board like this and have a nice decorative edge using the router when it's all said and done. So let's go ahead and take the router, and there's a couple things that you're going to need to know before you go ahead and router your edge. This base should always stay flat on top of the workpiece. You don't want that to wobble back and forth. And then the next thing you need to know is that this ball bearing right here. This ball bearing is very important because that's going to be your guide to put on the outside edge. So let's get to it. What you're going to notice is that I'm going to start in this corner here, and I'm going to go in a counterclockwise motion all the way around the board, making sure that that base stays flat and that ball bearing stays on the outside edge. Now there's tons of different router bits that you can buy, and typically I buy them in the package that you see here. You can buy individual ones from Lowe's or Home Depot or Hartville Hardware, but they do a ton of different things that you can kind of see along the way here. Each one comes with its own unique feature, and usually all of those diagrams that you see right there are a pretty good indication on what they'll look like when it's all said and done. Again, here's just some examples of router bits that you can buy if you were to go to Lowe's, Home Depot, or any hardware store. Well, I hope you guys liked the video on the router. Typically, we would like to be in the wood shop, building with our hands and doing things that are creative. But unfortunately, this is the circumstances that we have right now. So my recommendation to you guys is to get up off the couch, get your hands dirty, get in the garage, and be creative. Until next time.